Hello YouTube, it's your boy D again, coming at you with another video. Um, Today's topic's basically gonna be centered around college football. Hopefully, to my viewers, you all let me know how you also feel about what's currently going on. Outside of the Power 5 conferences, two of them, the Big Ten and the Pac-12, had decided not to play. The Big 12, the ACC, and the SEC are still moving on as planned, which of course has caused a lot of ruckus in the college world. Um, Even President Trump got in on the ruckus and had a call with presumed to be the top pick in the draft, which is Trevor Lawrence. Um, I touched on a lot of the things that the players were doing in my last video. If you haven't checked that out, hopefully you do. So I'm going to move focus on what parents of two Big Ten schools have started to do. The parents of Iowa and Ohio State have, I guess, like what parents are doing with schools, with public schools, have decided to write some letters of complaints to the Big Ten. Um, this is kind of interesting because I'm a parent and looking at it from both sides of the spectrum. Yes, you want your children to, I guess, have control of their own destiny. If your child is predicted to be a top pick in the draft, I mean, to me, I really don't see what difference it's going to make. I mean, like Fields, I'm pretty sure even if Ohio State does not play or he chooses not to play in the spring, which is when the Big Ten has set its sights on, presumably, I'm pretty sure he's still going to be a top 5 pick in the draft. But this is interesting, man, just to see what's going to happen. I'll keep you all updated and posted on what transpires. But moving on to the NBA, of course, the play-in game for the 8th seed in the West is going on currently. Me personally, I'm pulling for Portland. I think they'll be a much better opponent to the Lakers than the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, I don't think Portland is going to beat the Lakers, but like I said, I think that series will be more watched than a lot of the other series that are currently going on, just for the simple fact Dame Dollar is torching up the league right now. He's playing with that killer instinct and, scoring a lot of points, putting his teammates in a lot of positions, and really just being the leader and uplifting his teammates to uplift their game and play better. So I'm pulling for Portland. Hopefully they pull it out. Like I said, I'd rather see them play the Lakers than the Memphis Grizzlies. Moving on to MLB. For all you baseball fans out there, pretty sure you know that COVID has struck again. This time with the Reds, you have a lot of their games that will be postponed. Like I said, I really don't see how Major League Baseball is, with the shortened schedule, will make up a lot of these games at the end of the year, which simply means you're going to have a lot of teams that, let's say, for example, have played only 20 games compared to another team that's close to 60 games. I'm really interested in seeing how Major League makes this into a season that would be considered by all of its fans and all of the analysts as a valid season. I mean, going back to college football, we're trying to force the issue with COVID-19, but COVID-19 right now doesn't really care. It's halting a lot of things that we have become accustomed to in the United States of America. Moving on to the NFL. Now, this is shocking to me. And hopefully this is a lesson to a lot of you young people out there. A rookie from Oklahoma State, not gonna say his name, was cut. Cut. You know, the off season really just starting. Cut for trying to sneak a female into the hotel room. And of course, the female was caught. Female probably, I don't know how it happened, but they found out the female was related to him, and now he's cut because he broke the team rules. Keep telling y'all, man, like, rules are made to be followed and not broken. And unfortunately, I'm pretty sure this young man has done this before or has at least thought about it. And I know I've thought about doing it, especially when I was young and was able to do it. But, he got caught, and like when we do things that are wrong, consequences, we have to accept the consequences. And unfortunately, this could be a life-changing consequence for this young man. Hopefully another team picks him up and signs him. But I mean, he still, even if they do, gonna have this hanging over his head. But hopefully at the end of the day, like I said, somebody else signs this young man. Since the NBA playoffs all starting, hopefully you all let me know who you all think will be in the finals. Right now, man, I hate to say it, but I'm going with them Clippers in the West, man. The Clippers, when they come out and set their mind on playing, it's just they got too many pieces, man. The only thing that will probably hold them back is chemistry and the lack of a true big man. But with Trez coming back, I mean, he got that dog in him, and he's scrappy and he play hard. I just see them as a viable threat. And you got Pat Bev, who everybody know he a defensive person, and he got that dog in him too. On the East, I don't know. The Celtics looking kind of good to me, although they play small ball. I wouldn't really like to see them in the finals, but they got a lot of threats on the outside. In the beginning, I was going with Giannis, but right now, I think Giannis and the Bucks are feeling that pressure, man, and that was evident with just Giannis headbutting the man on the 76ers. As a leader, you always want to show that you can maintain composure and keep your composure regardless of what's going on around you. Now, I'm not saying Giannis won't rebound and show he is that leader, but I mean, all good leaders got to prove it when the lights are bright, which is, of course, in the playoffs, which Giannis has yet to do. To be honest, I was kind of surprised the headbutt occurred. I mean, the NBA only gave him a 1-game suspension, which really didn't make sense to me because the game that they suspended him on was meaningless. I mean, I think the league really playing for TV views and matchups, so I think they probably pulling for Portland to win the game too. But outside of Boston, I also like Toronto. So I'm probably going to change my pick to the defending champions, the Toronto Raptors.